Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the Spring 2019 Baccalaureate Commencement Exercises for the Hofstra College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, the School of Education, the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, the School of Humanities, Fine and Performing Arts, the Peter S. Calico School of Government, Public Policy and International Affairs, the School of Health Professions and Human Services, and the Hofstra Northwell School of Graduate Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies. We begin our program with the invocation delivered by Chaplain Simi Ahmed from the university's Board of Chaplains, followed by the national anthem and our alma mater led by Courtney Lee Cox, class of 2019. You will find the words to the alma mater on the inside front cover of your program. Will everyone please stand?
In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to God, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You do we worship, and your aid we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom you have bestowed your grace, not of those who have earned your anger, nor of those who have gone astray. God Almighty, we thank you for bringing us together on this special day to celebrate and honor the graduates of Hofstra University. We ask you, Lord, to look with favor upon the administration of Hofstra University for providing an environment conducive to learning. We ask you, God, to look with favor upon the faculty for their dedication in educating these students. We invoke your blessings upon the graduates assembled here today. We pray that you will strengthen these graduates, purify their intentions, and help them use the knowledge and skills they have acquired here with confidence, but without arrogance, with both serious determination and good humor, with a strong moral demand upon themselves, but without judging others, and with both rigorous intellect and loving hearts. Help them to serve your world and its people with compassion, humility, generosity, and justice. Help them to bring peace and justice to a troubled world. Help them to choose right over wrong, ethics over convenience, and truth over popularity. May they travel the path of integrity without looking back, for there never is a wrong time to do the right thing. Amen. Finally, my congratulations to the graduates, their parents, loved ones, friends, and guests on this special day. May God be with you all. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
So Hofstra, we are grateful, and thus we thank thee for inspiring us and guiding us through the great unknown. All hail the blue and gold. Unrivaled motivation, invaluable and true, selfless with thy knowledge and vision to pursue. Through all the lands we journey, thou shalt remain our home. Dear Hofstra, we are grateful, and thus we thank thee for inspiring us and guiding us through the great unknown. All hail the blue and gold.
Please be seated. I have the pleasure now of making some very special introductions, beginning with the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, Donald M. Schaefer, as well as Trustees Stella Mendez, class of 2009, and Trustee Deborah Sander, class of 1982. I'm going to ask that you hold your applause. I have a few more introductions. Bob Brinkman, the Vice Provost for Scholarship and Research, Cornell Craig, the Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, Warren G. Frazina, the Dean of the Hofstra University Honors College, Kathleen Gallo, the Dean of the Hofstra Northwell School of Graduate Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies, Mark Lukashevitz, the Dean of the Lawrence Herbert School of Communication, Sina Rabbani, the Dean of the Fred DeMatteis School of Engineering and Applied Science, Benjamin Rifkin, the Dean of the Hofstra College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Holly J. Syrup, the Dean of the School of Health Professions and Human Services, Terry Shapiro, the Senior Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, and Lauren Smith, the Dean of the Donald and Barbara Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell. I also have the pleasure of introducing Bill Caniano, who's representing the faculty leadership. He's chair of our Senate Planning and Budget Committee. We are also joined by Hofstra's vice presidents, who I'm pleased to introduce as a group, the vice presidents, and I'm going to ask them to stand. And of course, the one person on our campus who needs no introduction, the president of Hofstra University, President Stuart Rabinowitz.
Good morning. Amazing how lively you all are at this ungodly hour. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, distinguished guests, but most importantly of all, members of the class 2019 and their proud family and friends, welcome to our commencement exercises. Contrary to the expectations of some of you, I will not attempt to use this occasion to reveal to you the secret of happiness and contentment. I would if I could, but I can't. And I can't not because I'm unhappy. In fact, I am very contented. After all, I am now beginning my 19th year as president of a great university which has the best college students in America. And we do. You, that's you. And I am ecstatic, personally, that after all these years of waiting and frustration and anticipation, my wife Nancy and I have finally become grandparents. His name, not surprisingly, is Jack Benjamin Rabinowitz. He is 2.5 years old, and he, like every single one of our graduates, is gifted and good-looking. However, other than grandchildren, and our graduates are not that stage of life yet, I have come to realize that the secret of happiness is different for each of us, and that we must discover our own path to fulfillment. And as to giving you advice on other significant life issues, I will leave that task to a very well-qualified commencement speaker. I will, however, just offer you some modest advice on what you might do after this ceremony and tonight. My first suggestion is that you hug and thank your parents, your spouses, your relatives, and your friends, and anyone else who helped you reach this monumental day in your life. And please do that in person and not by face chat or Snapbook or Insta Twitter or whatever it is. In person, like face to face. Second, I would ask that you express your appreciation to the Hofstra faculty member, or hopefully members, who most inspired you while you were here, and to the administrators and staff who have made your journey here a bit easier. Our faculty and our administration and our staff have made the education of young people our calling, not just our jobs. For us, any expression of appreciation from one of our graduates is inspiring and validating. And lastly, before you begin the next phase in your journey through life, take a little time to party. Responsibly, of course, and without any discussion of politics whatsoever. And if you partake in this kind of thing and you time things correctly, you still will be able to see who ascends the throne this evening. I think the students need to explain that to some of their family members, but later. So this commencement ceremony is at its core a celebration. We are here to celebrate the accomplishments and the hard work of graduates and the sacrifices made on their behalf by their family and friends. And we also cheer the many exciting future options and opportunities that all that work and all those sacrifices have afforded to the graduates who today acquire one of the very rare assets in life, unlike even, Bentleys, which will never, ever depreciate in value. Even Bentley's depreciates. Your Hofstra degree will never depreciate in value. In fact, we are confident that those degrees will surely increase in value throughout your career, and we make this promise to you. We promise that we will continue to do everything in our power to enhance the stature and reputation of Hofstra, and thus the value of your degrees. And so my most important message to you is a simple one. You have earned our congratulations and our admirations. You have worked hard, you have learned well, and you are ready to make your mark on a world that desperately needs you. We take pride in your accomplishments, and so should you. So I will close my brief remarks today, as I have for all of my years as president, by wishing our graduates well. I wish that each of you attains the success that you need and that work and ability earn for you. I wish you will have the perspective to forgive yourself and learn from your mistakes, because mistakes are inevitable. I wish you the tenacity and the courage and the good fortune to someday find a life's work about which you feel passionate, rather than just settling for one which neither challenges or fulfills you. I wish you the very special sense of satisfaction and self-worth that comes only from using at least some of your talent and some of your energy to help others who are in need. I wish you the wisdom not to forego the love of family and friends in a relentless pursuit of material success. And lastly, and most difficult, I wish that you not become so preoccupied with achieving some cherished goal on some faraway day that you somehow fail to appreciate something in each and every day of your life. The class of 2019 leaves here with our admiration and our affection. We enjoyed teaching from you, and we certainly enjoyed learning from you. We hope that you will maintain your ties to your classmates and to your alma mater. From this day forward, your accomplishments will always be the most important driver of the value and reputation of a Hofstra education. Each one of you will always be considered an important member of the Hofstra community, and we will always welcome you home. On behalf of the faculty and the administration and the staff, I extend to each of you our heartiest congratulations and our warmest wishes for success and happiness. Thank you. It's now my privilege to ask to come to the podium the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees so that he can introduce his candidate for an honorary degree. Mr. Schaefer.
Thank you, President Rabinowitz. Good morning. I would like to take a moment on behalf of the Board of Trustees to congratulate the class of 2019 on your graduation and welcome you, your family, and friends to this celebration of your academic achievement. We are proud of you and acknowledge the hard work and dedication that you have displayed in reaching this wonderful day. We hope that you will follow your passions and are confident that your future will be exemplary. Please know that Hofstra will always be here for you as you go forward. You are an important part of the enduring bond of the Hofstra family, and we look forward to your leadership role in providing guidance and support to the Hofstra students who will be following in your footsteps. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Joe Morton, who has utilized his talent, passion for the performing arts, and his experiences while at Hofstra to reach the pinnacle of his profession and make a difference in the world. Joe Morton was a psychology major at Hofstra until he first stepped foot inside John Cranford Adams' Playhouse. He immediately changed his major to drama, launching a career that has spanned more than 4 decades in theater, television, and film. He has played heroes and villains, stepped into the shoes of historical figures, and portrayed everyday characters, all with equal finesse and believability. You may recognize him as the sinister Eli Pope in his Emmy-winning role in television's Scandal, or his most recent starring role as Reverend Arthur Feiner in the feel-good CBS series God Friended Me, or as the engineer who built the Terminator in Terminator 2. His recent stage work includes Turn Me Loose, a one-man off-Broadway performance as the groundbreaking comedian Dick Gregory. He also played civil rights activist Roy Wilkins alongside Bryan Cranston in the HBO biopic All the Way. Mr. Morton, in addition to being honored with an Emmy Award, has been awarded multiple NAACP Image Awards, the NAACP Theater Lifetime Achievement Award, and the Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Play. Some of Mr. Morton's many additional film credits include Speed, American Gangster, What Lies Beneath, Blues Brothers 2000, The Astronaut's Wife, and the title character in the film The Brother from Another Planet, which was one of his favorite films. On the small screen, he delighted audiences in the series Eureka, as well as in The Good Wife, and is widely known for his role in the Cosby Show spin-off A Different World. Mr. Morton also recently appeared in the medical drama Proof. On Broadway, Mr. Morton debuted in the Tony Award-winning musical Hair, followed by a starring role in Raisin, the Tony Award-winning musical adaptation of Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun, for which he garnered a Tony nomination and a Theatre World Award. Last year, he returned to the stage to play the title role in Henry IV, opposite Tom Hanks as Falstaff at the Shakespeare Center for Los Angeles. Mr. Morton has dedicated significant energy to promoting diversity in Hollywood, using his public platform to advocate for more contemporary, non-white roles in television and film. He also devotes his rare free time to writing, playing his guitar, and recording music. His musical talent has led him to write and score a multitude of songs for various films and TV projects. In 2017, he returned to Hofstra to help the university debut its replica of the Globe stage at the 68th Annual Shakespeare Festival, sharing his experience as an actor with students. I now invite our candidate for an honorary degree, Joe Morton, to step forward, along with President Rabinowitz and Provost Berliner, to confer the degree.
Thank you.
Mr. President, in honor of Joe Morton's long record of success in the arts, his work to promote diversity in television and film, and his support of Hofstra University, it is my honor to present him to you as a candidate for the Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
Joe Morton, we are so inspired by your excellence in your craft, by your advocacy for equality, and by your professional successes. It is our honor and our privilege to welcome you back home to Hofstra University, and I am so proud to bestow upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Rabinowitz, the trustees, Senior Vice President Dr. Berliner, and faculty for inviting me to speak this morning and for conferring on me this unexpected honor. And thank you, graduating class of 2019. As was mentioned, Hofstra is my alma mater, or in my case, since it's been so long since I was a student here, it feels more like my alma grand mater. This is my first commencement speech, so I listened to a few commencement speeches, and three things stood out. Despite being told way in advance that they had to do this thing, they waited to the last minute to write it, as did I. They were nervous, as am I. And they all knew, without exception, that you wouldn't remember anything that was said, to which I concur. I don't remember anything that was said at my graduation, perhaps because I left Hofstra in my junior year. You know, it's a little weird standing up here and you sitting out there, since I never sat out there and never expected to be standing up here. Commencement is one of those occasions that bespeaks both an ending and a beginning simultaneously. It's framed by diplomas and promises of a bright future while clouded by college loans and debt. Graduating is a bit like being born, isn't it? It's that point in time when many of you are leaving the womb-like safety of your parents as well as the insulation of your school. And like birth, you'll be crying, your parents will be crying. Some admiring relative will clap you on the back and you will breathe. For the first time, that air of what? There were so many questions upon leaving home and school. I left Hofstra and my mother's house angry and frustrated, feeling like I hadn't learned anything, until I realized, while preparing for an audition, that I had been given tools to help me prepare not only as an actor, but as a person, a method that would help build character both on stage and off. This method consisted of 5 questions. Questions we ask ourselves every day without realizing, and to this day I still ask myself these 5 questions for every script I read. Now, I share these questions with you because when addressed consciously, they serve well to inform many aspects of life. Perhaps they'll serve you, and they are: who am I? Where am I going? Who do I expect to meet? And the last 2 are the most important: what do I want? And to what extent am I willing to go to get what I want? Question number 1, who am I? I'm 70 years old. You'd think I'd have the answer to that by now. But I must tell you, however, I've never stopped asking that question, who am I? Who am I is one of the essential building blocks to discovering and creating a character on stage and in life. Now, for an actor, as in life, building a character is understanding your personal history, because your past informs your present. Your words and actions, or your silences and inactions, speak volumes. And other people's opinion of who you are or who you might be exposes your reputation. Self-assessment, as opposed to assessing a scripted character, can be more difficult because it's harder to see the picture when you are in the frame. So, who am I? For a long time, who I was a very angry young man. My father was a captain in the U.S. Army at a time when the U.S. Army rejected the idea of integration, much less black Americans as officers. He was one among many whose job it was to integrate the armed forces. The Army trained him before we left for Europe on how to proceed in this onerous endeavor. I wish they trained my mom and me. On those U.S. Army bases, those bastions of democracy, we were the other, the stranger. And the racial battle was a war that had several fronts. My dad was accosted by white enlisted men and white officers. My mother was belittled by the white officers' wives who treated one another according to their husband's rank. So, of course, because of her race, she automatically became the lowest ranking woman in the room. And I was ambushed by their children, who were too ignorant to realize they were waging a war out of blind hatred. When I was 8 years old, 8, I was accused of all kinds of absurd things, including rape. I was 8. I was thrown into a fence while still on my bike, beaten and dragged through ashes. I found out pretty quickly who I was to them and who I needed to be for me. I was their common enemy. I was the filthy, low-life beast they needed to ostracize. I became a fighter who fought back fearlessly so as not to be consumed by fear and a sense of worthlessness. I grew to understand hate and self-reliance. 2.5 years later, my father was dead, a Jeep accident, we were told. He died instantly, we were told. No scars on his body, but there were scars, and there were more scars to come. My mother and I were back in the States, shell-shocked, living in Harlem with my grandmother. My mother, unbeknownst to me, was staving off a nervous breakdown, while I, on the other hand, found comfort living in a neighborhood where everybody looked like me. And the prospect of going to an all-black school was exhilarating. It was an experience I had never had. I had always been one of 2, or the only chocolate chip in the cookie dough. First day of class. I'm in my best suit. I'm the only one in a suit, by the way. The teacher introduces me proudly, and as a true believer in the talented 10th, she tells this beautiful black class that my dad was a captain in the Army and that I'd lived in Europe and Asia. I was sitting in the back, smiling, when they all turned to face me. My stomach dropped, falling from giddy excitement to heart-pounding perturbation as they demanded to know why any black person would be stupid enough to join the Army to fight for America when America didn't give a damn about them. Shocked, I stammered something about my father and mother fighting so that America would give a damn, that we tried to make a change. And the teacher tried to intervene on my behalf, but it was 1959, there was no Martin Luther King, and change seemed improbable. By some twist of fortuity, I was the enemy again. I was the enemy because when they were learning the language of the streets, I was learning Japanese and German. When they were playing on basketball courts, I was playing in bamboo fields. I was the stranger emerging from the shadows of their concrete jungle as a member of some intruding bourgeois tribe. For the first time in my life, I was fighting black kids who hated me as much as the white kids had. I was so completely perplexed and alone that my mother, who was going through her own emotional collapse, realized the necessity of sending me to a Catholic military school. Yeah, I know that sounds redundant, but it was a place that I could handle, and as it turned out, achieved success. In military school, I was still the stranger, but a stranger in a very familiar land. So, what's the point? These experiences eventually taught me that life was not about race, but about love. I learned at a very young age that hate is deaf, dumb, and blind. I learned that I could sit among the lions of loathing and detestation and not be devoured. That I could stand up against the giants of ignorance and fear and prevail. And I'm here to tell you, so can you. But the first step is to define yourself and not be defined by anyone else. Question number 2, where am I going? Again, you'd think by 770 I would have arrived somewhere. For the actor, it's important to discover where the character is going, physically and or psychologically. It is no less important in life to know where you're going. Now, I'm sure a lot of you graduates are being asked that question, and as long as the answer is anywhere but back home, you'll be fine. Just kidding. Many of you, however, will probably be back with your parents within the first year after graduating, but living in the basement because now your room is an Airbnb. I left Hofstra and journeyed into New York City. If I'm to be an actor, I thought I have to live in the Big Apple and experience the bright lights of the Great White Way. The Great White Way. When I first heard that title, I wondered if it had to do with the lights or the people. But I digress. I didn't have an acting job, so I worked temp jobs, squeezing in auditions during lunch breaks. One of these jobs was putting boxes inside of boxes inside of boxes. And the guy next to me told me with a huge smile on his face that if I stayed full-time, there would be benefits, 2 weeks vacation, and all manner of good stuff. I quit that day. I didn't want something safe, I wanted drama. In that moment, I realized, like Richard Pryor once said, that I had no other choice but to be an actor because I couldn't do nothing else and didn't want to. But how to begin? Start with my strengths. I had been singing and writing songs, so musicals. I went to see Hair and loved it. It was as much a Greek tragedy as it was a protest play. I pulled out my guitar, learned some Bob Dylan, some Richie Havens, Google him, went into the Biltmore Theater dressed in black and white saddle shoes, Lee jeans, and a red, white, and blue sweater. Exactly. Sang my heart out, and surprise, I was rejected. I must have auditioned at least a dozen more times. After almost every failed attempt, a cast member would pull me aside and tell me to dress down. Dress down. It wasn't my singing, I just looked too preppy. 6 auditions later, I was a very slow learner back then, I arrived as down could be in my coolest hippie garb. Frayed bell-bottoms with a hole in one knee and a bandana tied around the other, earth shoes, and a very hip, wide-brimmed leather hat. I played, I sang, and I became a member of the tribe on Broadway. I learned that getting where you want to go has nothing to do has everything to do, I should say, with preparedness meeting opportunity. I'll say that again. I learned that getting where you want to go has everything to do with preparedness meeting opportunity. I had been only half prepared, the singing half. I hadn't paid any attention to what else was required other than singing. I hadn't thought about the presentation. Once I presented the total package as if I already had the job, I got the job. Now this seems obvious, but being half prepared is really not being prepared. Getting where you're going requires going the distance. Musicals were my entree into the business. I really wanted to do film, so I ventured out to do regional theater. Makes sense, right? Theater to get film. I needed to build a more dramatic resume to be taken seriously by film directors. And after a few years of doing regional theater, I came back to New York with more experience and started to get film. My path may have been a long and winding road, but it got me where I wanted to go. If you're having difficulty figuring out how to start life after college, give yourself a path. I mean, it could be almost any path. Mine was musicals. It will focus your efforts and put you on a road to somewhere as opposed to sitting around waiting to be inspired, going nowhere. We may not have control over many things, but we do have some control over what path we choose. Actors have objectives, where I'm going right now, and super objectives. Where will I be by the end of my journey? Your path is the avenue to both. So choosing a path is not based on chance. It's not a roulette wheel or a throw of the dice. Knowing where you're going is seeking and creating goals. And taking inventory of who you are might help you discover where you're going. With sheer willpower, hard work, and perseverance, you can learn to navigate the roads of rejection and doubt and arrive at a place of acceptance and self-confidence. And when you arrive at that place, question number 3, who do you expect to meet? In almost every movie and TV show or play, a character meets someone who holds a secret, imparts some wisdom, or is an impediment. The meeting may even be unexpected, but the meeting deeply affects the character and/or the plot. Life is not all that different. Like the actor building a character, you take inventory of who you are, and that helps you discover where you're going. So, naturally, you expect to meet like-minded people, people who share your goals, people who can point you in the right direction, put you on an easier path, or help you clear your path of obstructions. But, as in art, they may be the obstruction. Most of these meetings seem haphazard. They are not. You have met this person along the road of your journey, the path you have set for yourself. Who you meet may be unexpected, but everyone you meet knows something you don't. Learning from them or not is up to you. It's your path. Now, I'm sure none of you will be taking selfies today. But if by chance you do, take a moment to meet yourself, to see how good you look on the inside. Inspect for a moment the quality of your own soul, your own morality, and your own conscience. Meeting yourself can be crucial in learning how to meet other people, as well as learning who they see when they meet you. And the last 2 questions, number 4 and 5, are the most important. What do I want? And to what extent am I willing to go to get what I want? Discovering what the character wants and the extent to which he's willing to go to achieve his objectives informs the character's motivation. It's the same in life. It's what drives us. What you want and how deeply you are driven or not sheds a light on the kind of person you are and whether or not you achieve any of your goals. There was a very harrowing period in my life when I was a broke, unemployed actor. Talk about a cliche, right? Married with a baby on the way and living in a one-room apartment with my wife, my sister-in-law, and her baby. Now, having roommates, I'm sure, is something that you all can relate to. But one of my roommates at that moment was a baby, which meant nobody got a whole lot of sleep, which is something else I'm sure you can relate to. Each morning, I grabbed my guitar and hit the streets, and it wasn't just to escape the apartment. I needed a job to make money, but I wanted a job as a performer. I walked, I didn't even have enough money for subways, day after day, no matter the weather, to clubs and open auditions. And just when I thought I was running out of options and was seriously considering putting boxes inside of boxes inside of boxes, I walked into an audition for a pirate touring company of Jesus Christ Superstar and spent the next year and a half on the road directing the show and playing Pontius Pilate. I was away from my wife and my newborn daughter, but the tour paid the rent, bought baby clothes, put food on the table, and eventually got us our own place. I wanted to be in show business and learn to take the good with the bad. Now, some things take a long time to bring to fruition. I did backers auditions for 6 years for Raisin, a musical version of Raisin in the Sun. A backers audition, by the way, is performing a show with just a piano with prospective investors as your audience. Sounds like fun, right? It took 6 years, plus a year on the road, before Raisin opened in New York to ultimately become a big Broadway hit. That was 7 years of my life. Desire and perseverance play an immense part in determining whether or not you get what you want. I was willing to spend 7 years to transform the dream that was Raisin into the reality. It would be another 20 years before I wouldn't have to audition anymore. But you're young, you're graduating, and you're stepping out into the world. You have the opportunity to transform all your dreams into reality. But dreams are empty vessels if not filled with true grit. Courage is indispensable given the fact that pursuing your goals can be like taking half steps to the wall, frustrated by the knowledge that you'll never actually reach the wall. Spoiler alert, life is an illusion. It's what you make of it. It's the only life you've got, so step through the looking glass and do everything you possibly can to make it what you want, to make it real. Driven by your youth and enthusiasm, make those first steps toward your goal full and strong. The evidence of your progress will be clear. Later, you might find that the closer you get to what you want, the steps grow smaller and your progress might be harder to recognize. But each and every step forward is the attainment of a goal, no matter how insignificant, and has tremendous value. It's called experience. So tomorrow, or the day after that, when the glow of today's celebrations have worn off and the daunting task of life after graduation begins to sweep over you, look into the mirror of your heart and try asking yourself these questions. Who am I? Where am I going? Who do I expect to meet? What do I want, and to what extent am I willing to go to get what I want? Or devise your own questions, questions that will keep you in the moment, spontaneous, resourceful, inquisitive, and motivated. You might discover the keys to all your tomorrows, keys that may unlock the quintessential parts of you. So, welcome to the world after college, break a legend, and congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Dr. Morton. Excellence in teaching is our highest priority, and Hofstra University prides itself on the quality of teaching taking place on our campus. It is therefore an enormous honor for someone to be selected as Teacher of the Year. Every year, graduating students select recipients for this singular honor. This morning, we are joined by 5 recipients of the Teacher of the Year Awards. Let me give you their names. Please hold your applause. Mary Kay Banahan from the School of Graduate Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies. Amy J. Catalano, Associate Professor of Teaching, Learning and Technology, the School of Education. James Lee from the School of Humanities, Fine and Performing Arts. Elizabeth Florin from the School of Natural Science and Mathematics. And Israel Schwartz from the School of Health Professions and Human Services. Major round of applause for all our Teachers of the Year. And will the Teachers of the Year please come forward to be recognized by President Rabinowitz.
Congratulations. Here, now, let's give them the appropriate plaques, you know. Yes, and take the appropriate.
Our Teachers of the Year. Congratulations.
Here it comes. Wait for it. It's not on. Your mic is not on.
Okay, let's do it again. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Science in Education degrees from the Hofstra College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, the School of Education, the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, the School of Humanities, Fine and Performing Arts, the Peter S. Calico School of Government, Public Policy and International Affairs, and the School of Health Professions and Human Services, and the Hofstra Northwell School of Graduate Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies, please stand.
That'd be everybody.
Yes. Yay. Mr. President, I have the honor to present all the candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the baccalaureate degree from their respective school or college. Together with their appropriate dean and faculty, I recommend that you confer the appropriate baccalaureate degree upon these candidates.
But, not yet, I didn't do it. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Hofstra University and the regents of the state of New York, and upon the recommendation of the provost or deans and your faculty, I am delighted to confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Science in Education as appropriate. Congratulations to each of you.
Will the graduates please come forward to be recognized by President Rabinowitz, Trustee Donald Schaefer, and your dean. Your name will be read by Professor Mary Kay Banahan, Teacher of the Year from School of Graduate Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies, Associate Dean of Health Professions and Human Services, Jacqueline Kuhn, Senior Associate Dean for the Hofstra College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Stavros Valenti, and Senior Associate Dean from the School of Education, Stacy Zalewski.
Graduates of Hofstra College of Liberal Arts and Sciences: Aaron Hampton, Deanna Sue, Richard Reese, Kendra Amy, Jennifer Carballo, Nicholas Zubek, Benjamin Leachy, Katerina Blachek, Kayla Staley, Kirsten Breen, Rachel Beauregard, Morgan Morrow, Nicole Homburger, Kathleen Molsky, Paul Iapollo, Tekla Simon, Emma Kern, Brianna Soto. Jordan Everett. Hannah Hayes. Trevor Hunter. Marissa Amber Cadeau. Grace Hare. Maiga Kapoor. Sujit Talal. Basti Chinee. Madeline Skelly. Joseph Colangelo. Anthony Crummell. Frankie Boast. Sarah Gerber. Brandy Wilson. Sophia Rubinova. Zachary Cebulski. Thomas McGlone. Uriah Sheep. Kirsten Rickerschauer. Jesus Cervantes Pina. Powell Kowalski. Elizabeth Juarez. Brendan Miller. Monica Fiju. Stephen Daly. Nancy Calaminas. Yu Chen Mu. Johannes Pasquale. Pak Ho Wang. Bhakti Patel. Sabrine Bhuya. Eleanor Battler.
Ollie Fleischer. Andrew Coe. Matthew Salim. Gianna Eileen Kronig. Haley Tarbox. Geraldine Polino. Elizabeth Torrey. Luciano Venturino. Sean Lee. Brandon Ramon. Zachary Weinberger. Justin Usis. Cole Pesciado. Mia Weiner. Jennifer Weltner. Domenico Cangero. Swetha Tanjore. Kezia Forghese. Matthew Casciello. Bianca Cernina. Anthony Nappi. Selini Jarawala. Lauren Cohen. Harshal Shah. Charles Anand. Jason Ramos. Shama Ali. Courtney Cox. Holly Johnston. Maura Berry. Emily Walkenbrod. Jordan Derby. Victoria Buckley. Markowitz, Murkowski. Hans Fassett. Brooke Williams. Danielle Tessera. Casario. Jamie Dixon. Sharon Cuellar. Haley Kozeska. Beck Jalbreth. John Spranklin. Christopher Moore. Terrence Langrock. Jordan Hertz. Thomas Tetro. Greta Kraus. Daniel Davidson. Samantha Higgins. Danielle Pitter. Sir Paul Kaur.
Catherine Milford. Emily Porter. Katesi Aponga. Milan Huang. Michaela Ruchel. Nanishka Perez. Haritisa Halapas. Taylor Rusnak. Alex Mooney. Seamus Kirby. Donovan Harvey. Jewel Christian Stewart. Charles Kim. Yoon Byul. Doreen Zacharis. Sika Kushin. Kenneth Wormley. DeJour Blue. Justin Wright Foreman. Daniel Howland. Jared Kaufman. Joanna Rosen. Jessica Siskin. Nicole Bingham. Lachman Harako. Nicole Albanese. Patoir Lakovic. Mateus Lakomiski. Anne DiCaro. Justin Caden. Nicholas Quinn. Shakira Walden. Yash Beeson. Christiana Ron-Narin. Erica Iskawa. Cherokee King. Megan Gombos. Alexis Garrett. Heather Gardner. Lauren Rolfe. Christina Pacadolmi. Miriam Qureshi. Fatima Mazwala. Juliana Sirafesi. Lois Paquette. Julian Donahue. Taylor Wenzel. Gloria Dale. Caitlin Follingham. Shikwana Woolridge. Clarissa Caraballo.
Catherine D. Sasha Singh. Lillian Solis. Christopher Vin. Jacob Stier. Stephen Wolfson. Christopher McKinney. Arvid Samaro. Annie Chu. Leslie Rivera. Sarah Ogard. Abigail Shepard. Adanya Hicks. Jennifer Aguinaga. Catherine Oyola. Anissa Johnson. Adriana Capusta. Caitlin Parnahay. Samantha Bombell. Jonelle Butler. Margaret Poliniso. Sally Roscoe. Rachel Billard. Samantha Lau. Zubia Hake. Haley McFarland. Safia Kalfan. Joshua Pimentel. Megan Chamberlain. Lindsay Shaw. Shabina Sharak. Tabish Disan. Monique Escalante. Jessica Woods. Douglas Spear. Penelope Ramos. Nora Spiegel. Abiba Bastista. Justine Parker. Alanis Alvarez. Ariana Nerozi. Alyssa Wyant. Megan Flaherty. Sydney Chesworth. Hallie Smithwick. Victoria Gock.
David Malkowicz. Matthew Tercy. Christopher Moorer. Stevens Martinez. Evan Pouch. Kenneth Brown. Nicholas Bragman. Sabir Khan. Hamza Saeed. Fabiha Khalid. Suna Khan. Liliana Velasquez. Marsha Arcina Cruz. Tori Amaltalis. Maureen Zahid. Samantha Mercado. Michael Cardello. Ryan Dwan. Genesis Rivera. Shannon Privat. Kyle Boringer. Carissa Ramirez. Isaac Hoffman. Nora Thujuline. Haley Pudney. Erica Churcha. Julia Catalina Grohola. Max Kutch. Laura Wood. Jonathan Butterworth. Erica Wilkson. Kate Smith. Matthew Sedim. Conrad Zagoda. Elena Porskova.
My son, Sean Banahan. Sabrina Taheri. Don Nay Ah. Ashley Tapper. Marcela Sanchez. Tatiana Grineyev. Paige Oberman. Angela Molizia. Tristan Marshall. Simone Dubé. Ariel Diaz. Eliza Gardella Nuneli. Elizabeth Jablanowski. Delaney Cummins. Michelle Gruber. Alexa Kolinoglu. Jillian Uni. Catherine McHugh. Sabrina Nori. Samantha Salvato. Thomas Plitnick. Anthony Rondello. Lisa Castrogiovanni. Cassandra Crespo. Ashley Granola. Bethany Foster. Victoria Jenkins. Aaron Ramjeet. Ariel Leo. Tianu Gao. Abigail Reed. Zainab Nakiva. Christine Dentado. Janine Fink. Roxana Alvarado. Sarah Ramdani. Nicholas Holt. Carolyn Orlando. Isabella McAllister. Dana Mastro. Luisa Reyes Mandanka. Emily Huminski. Laura Brown. Miranda Kent. Amber Hellu. Tia Harwood Millington. Sophia Nahon. Brianna Bercy. Gabrielle Dina. Lauren Dietzel.
Lisa Humfelt. Michelle Pagano. Andrew Van Dyke. Christina O'Toole. Jenna Goldberg. Danya Kapaniki. Hannah Emery. Michaela Van Damme. Mario Ramirez. Maggie Latham. Madison Wright. Jack Rickards. Katie Jackson. Michael DeRosa. Samantha Mushin. Grace Onroni. Alexander Kavanaugh. Tatiana Montez. Alana Bagdon. Connor Imhoff. Alexis Lopez Flory. Scott Matthews. Ashley Brooke Miller. Ethan Marble. Jared Lucier. Jing Yi. Ying Cheng Wang. Christopher Riley. Rachel Ferro. Brianna Halls. Emily Duquette. Alexis Churchetta. Frank Reichschneider. Khadija Steele. Boothleen Charles Boot. Hunter McConnell. Keith Ford. Sean Grimsland. Robert Rucco. Justin Langalutвik. Jillian Pitzer. Cornelius Collins. Francesco Di Lorenzo. Elijah Valancourt. Daniel Zimmerer. Tyler Alton. Alfira Malik. Catherine Stoddard. Alicia Fleming. Nicholas Servon. Tyler Peterson.
Jessica Marie Allendorf. Erica Baker. Kara Becker. Amy Sina. Regina Volpe. Sarah Robbins. Robin Deering. Elizabeth Farrow. Deanna Ruska. Nicole Stefano. Sarah Delmore. Chapin Duffy. Sophia Scarlett. Kiara Williams. Emily Wong. Olivia Beaton. Megan Bird. Maria Law. Christian Santos. Christina Nardine. Elena Santo. Nicolette Duffin. Dina Bendayan. John Maringolo. Jacob Gamunder. Christopher Montalbano. Jason Shiade. Sandeep Singh. Daniel Golden. Stephanie Perdomo. Janubi Baragana Illich. Eric Bayuchelmar. Juliana Paradimico. Piermedico. Brian Lee. Annika Snyder. Hannah Davis. Leah Petroglia. Caitlin Simone. Kaylee Scheimoyer. Jordan Krusing. Vanessa Chavez. Jessica Weintraub. Adam Galchis. Brianna Warren.
Crystal Ortiz. Jesse Ross. Lucas Villegas Campos. Leonard Arkanowski. Nicholas Bigelin. Brianna Duran. Sabrina Barton. Jennifer Bonacore. Chelsea Stiegman. Madison Fields. Jenna Borison. Madeline Anderson. James Yanes. Samantha Schlegel. Madison Reed. Michael Varone. Mackenzie Stevens. Rosa Popolizio. Zachary Altieri. Megan Ray Mortensen. Pamela Tursick. Trevor Marks. John Potts. Nicholas Booth. Kayla Costa. Brianna Castro. Maya Asheville. Ida Khan. Gazang Abdullah. Maya Kaushal. Leah Sariram. Sarah Castelli. Helen Karbatis. Lucine Gazarian. Francesca Prashad. Evelyn Gitson. Sabrina Popolevsky. Angela Curcio. Jacob Manzor. Theodore Stockard. Aliasman Kazdal. Nicholas Miller. Nicholas Zato. Peter Sousey. Abby Normandin. Olukimi Anazado. Sem Gokhan. Mark Galagos. Chelsea Bailey. Liz Sanchez. Ariel Berkeley.
Hannah Mackelsland. Wesley Orser. Sarah Robel. Ian Weimer. Catherine Musini. Kiara Powell. Priscilla Garcia. Christina Prosper. Jennifer Gonzalez. Reina Below. Merchena Antoine. Christina Mary Joseph. Congratulations to the School of Liberal Arts. Now congratulations to the School of Education. Emma Finkelstein. Kelly Orshaber. Amber Marone. Irene Backus. Julizan Ramirez. Tonian Schuttinger. Caitlin Yonamine. Fanchi Ren. Haley Levine. Allison Levy. Lauren Fisher. Trency Lapatina. Crystal Gratola. Emily Gagliano. Abby Solomon. Sarah Schold. Corinne Joyce. Brittany Nagel. Charlie Carter. Tessa Considine. Christina Marquez. Victoria Hinners. Jenna Budd. Jordan Draper. Danielle Carroll. Alexis Farina. Jacqueline Melgar. Oteres Corey West. Allison Simons. Samantha Cusano. Dinu Barclay. Abigail Heselton. Samantha Meyer. Angelina Scolari. Ashley D'Amico. Alyssa Loftus. James Grada. Michael Fernandez. Hannah Tite.
Kayla Rosansky. Dina Fazia. Corey Damiana. Nicole Keenan. Kristen Brattle. Jessica Herman. Caitlin Johansson. Candace Sumter. Graduates of the School of Health Professions and Human Services. Emily Alejandra. Rebecca St. Paul. Felicia Leto. Alexa Franzisi. William Salinas. Alexandra Sokol. Avery Doliner. Sarah Bauer. Brian Cameron. James Kitchen. Charles Martinella. Nicole Astuni. Jillian Salisbury. Samantha Smith. Kyle Anderson. Emma Schroeder. Natalie Rodriguez. Erica Ferretti. Madison Efron. Nicholas Iola. Nicholas Gulata. Brian Peterson. Bridget Hart. Rosemary Perez. Karina Lee Kalisi. Emma Bryan. Lauren Drache. Shanija Steele. Maria Amaroff. Madison Sauve. Andrew Mundy. Rebecca Benjamin. Rachel Palmieri. Dari Dela Cruz. Tyler Merkel. Gabrielle Spahn. Kayla Ford. Maureen Montreux. Mitchell Cantry. Tyler Jones. James Carroll. Kaylee Denham. Kristen Alexis Imor. Marietta Rodriguez.
Nicole Chaplick. Joseph Murphy. Danielle Carpentieri. Tyler McCarthy. Jennifer Popesky. Stephanie Shashim. Michaela Ruthing. Zoe Shotaka. Stephen McGinty. Sorry, Stephen. Christina Robert. Michaela Lavita Case. Teal Armknecht. Gabrielle Mercica. Kelsey Bognar. Shoshana Miles. Nonihal Singh. Rebecca Sangarides. Disha Yelai. Valdemar Waney. Veronica Scott. Gianna Russo. Amy Nowling. Alexis Morrell. Mutahinos Rob. Sharon Roos. Caroline Sharp. Samantha Wilson. Jessica Manian. Jennifer Hort. Casey Taylor. Chase Grafflin. Kira Durand. Brandon Jerwitz. Hannah Balatero. Anuli Lanen. Annalie Lanen. Vanessa Galafaro. Allie Baker.
Nicole Savatello. Victoria Lito. Hannah Ferrugio. Paige Mahler. Bianca Gillum. Tiara Mitchell. Skylar Morikobi. Stephanie Jardina. Desiree Perillo. Annie Lopez. Lauren Brzozowski. Sarah El-Bouzadi. William Judd. Mary Manetta. Tamara Karakal. Rana Ishmael. Joshua Campancaro. Elizabeth Cohn. Nicholas Popey. Jordan Hoskins.
And now, congratulations to the Hofstra Northwell School of Graduate Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies. Sabin Saji. Brianna Moqueen. Michelle Carmelli. Sharon Prasad. Victoria Zhao. Ashley Higbee. Leah Bode. Raksha Bhushan. Lopa Patel. Allison Bellisheim. Isadora Papagiannikis. Victoria Lamberti. Alexis Catania, Emily Shaknovich, Christine Tiezzi, Kelsey Picciano, Savannah Potter. Oh my God. I messed up my student's name.
I would ask the dais party to keep standing. It says remarks, but I'm not making another speech. You're such a good class, except to say, don't go. Why are you going? All right. So I would ask the platform party to keep standing, and I would ask all the graduates to stand, but not the audience. All right. So this is one of our traditions, which is probably one of the most meaningful at commencements. We know that each of you has succeeded and achieved, but we also know that each of you had an army of family and friends and supporters behind you to reach this day. So if you turn around, spot your family and friends, we will join you in a round of applause for them.
Please turn around to the front again. One more very, very important tradition. Please move your tassels from right to left. Following this commencement, there will be receptions for graduates, guests, faculty, and members of the platform party at the David S. Mack Physical Education Complex that's adjacent to this arena. I ask that the audience remain in place until the academic procession has left the stage. Congratulations to the graduates!